It's Monday, April 27th, 2026, and you can see we have a significant tornado risk across portions of the eastern plains, pushing up into the Midwest. This does encompass portions of the Ohio Valley as well, all the way up to a 15% SIG 2 tornado risk, meaning we could see some very strong EF2, EF3 plus tornadoes out in this region today. So there's a lot to go over. Let's get right into it. Here's our day one risk, or today's severe weather risk: large, marginal, slight, enhanced, and moderate 4 out of 5 risk for severe thunderstorms today. If we break this down a little bit more, you can see we have almost 4 million people in that moderate zone today, or level 4 out of 5 risk for severe thunderstorms. 7.8 million people in that enhanced risk, 29 million people in the slight risk, and almost 23 million people in that marginal risk today. As you can see down here, numerous severe thunderstorms are expected from the mid-Mississippi, lower Ohio valleys into the mid-South through this evening, with a threat for multiple strong to intense tornadoes, EF3 plus, widespread severe damaging gusts, and scattered large to very large hail. Our highest tornado threat today is in eastern Missouri and central to southern Illinois, although once again, we have a large 2%, 5%, and 10% risk zone that extends way out from that region. We take a look at our wind risk today, and we have up to a 45% chance for damaging winds across this region as well. This also encompasses portions of Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Indiana. But once again, we have that damaging wind risk all the way down into Texas and up towards Chicago, Milwaukee, even pushing out there through portions of Michigan. And we have a significant hail risk out here as well. As you can see, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky, you do have the highest risk for very large hail. Getting into our day 2 severe weather threat, we do have a large marginal and slight risk for severe weather across portions of the deep south. You can see stretching from the plains up through the Ohio Valley. We break this down. We do have a tornado threat that encompasses portions of northeastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, most of Arkansas, portions of Louisiana and Mississippi as well. South central Missouri, you're in that. Memphis, you're in that 2% tornado risk tomorrow as well. Taking a look at our wind risk, a little bit larger here. This pushes all the way over into Alabama, at least a 30% wind risk. That 15% wind risk pushes up into the Ohio Valley with that 5% risk for damaging winds tomorrow as well. And then taking a look at our hail risk, we could see some very large hail through this region tomorrow. So portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, southern Illinois, and even northwestern Louisiana. Before we break down today's severe weather event, let's quickly take a look at our Weather Prediction Center precipitation forecast. Taking a look at the next 72 hours, obviously the Ohio Valley and portions of the deep south are seeing most of the moisture. We push out towards 5 days, we get a little bit more precipitation down into the southern plains, also up there into the mid-Atlantic and New England, and then we push a week out. We're pretty dry out west. We do get some decent moisture into portions of Colorado and New Mexico, but look at that, the southeast finally is getting some rainfall. They really need it. They've been sitting in a bad drought for quite a while. And look at this, the Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. We're cold out east and we're warm out west, especially in the Pacific Northwest. Taking a look at the 8 to 14 day, same thing, cold out east, warm out west, and then the 3 to 4 week as well. It just looks like it's going to be a below average, at least as a whole, May across most of the east. All right, now let's break down today's severe weather event. We do currently have some strong to severe thunderstorms moving through portions of central Illinois right now. I expect the most damaging thunderstorms to be initiating and moving through this region a little bit later in the afternoon through the evening hours. You can see as we get out towards 4 p.m., 5 p.m., we have some potentially strong supercellular thunderstorms pushing through portions of central to southern Illinois, central Missouri. You can see some of these tracks, some of these updraft helicity tracks showing up in western Tennessee, western Kentucky. As we push later through the evening, we're really watching this region right up here. This is where that moderate risk is. We're seeing some potentially damaging thunderstorms showing up on the latest HRRR. We don't just want to look at the future reflectivity though, so we're going to break this down a little bit further. You can clearly see we have a strong flow at the 500 millibar level. This is what helps to organize our storms, and it's very, very clean. There's a nice jet streak here through portions of central Illinois. Taking a look at our 850 millibar jet, you can also see this surface low forming some short waves, and again, a nice jet streak across portions of southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, into western Kentucky and southwestern Indiana. This is going to be a volatile setup for this region here, and I don't expect a cap to hold. You can see where our warm boundary is setting up. This is going to help with that, forcing really, really warm temperatures here. We're talking 85 plus degrees across portions of Missouri into southern Illinois and Kentucky. And you have those cooler, slightly cooler temperatures to the north. If we do get some thunderstorms latching along this warm boundary, they could long track. And again, this is going to help with that forcing. You can also see where we have that wind convergence. We have these winds moving out of the southeast and then out to the west. We have these winds moving out of the southwest. So southwesterly winds, southeasterly winds converging over this region here. Again, that's what helps with rotation. region. Taking a look at our dew points too, I mean, this is tropical out here. We're getting dew points up into the 70s, 73, 74 degree dew points. Buoyancy, I always talk about it, but when you have moist air, your air is buoyant, it can rise, it can bust through a cap very easily. These are very high dew points. I do expect some strong thunderstorms to initiate quite easily out through this region here. And I would say up to the north as well. Taking a look at our mixed layer CAPE, convective available potential energy. This is just our instability. There's plenty. We're talking 3 to 4,000 plus joules per kilogram of mixed layer CAPE. All you need is about 1,000 joules per kilogram of mixed layer CAPE to get strong to severe thunderstorms. We have triple that, quadruple that. The atmosphere is definitely ready to produce some strong storms today. And I always like looking at this surface-based CAPE with our wind crossover map. You can see where our instability is, and do we have that rotational and velocity shear where that instability is? Yes, we do. Winds out of the south at the low levels, and then winds out of the west as we move up in the atmosphere, and the winds are increasing with velocity as we move up in the atmosphere as well. You can see that along this entire region here. I did pull some soundings. Clearly a ton of instability here. 3,000 joules per kilogram of surface CAPE. Look at this. You have a loop-de-loop on your hodographs. So obviously we have that rotational shear. Possible hazard type TOR. 10.0 effective layer sig TOR param, 415 SRH storm relative helicity down here. This just means we could see violent rotation and 40 knot shear at the surface. That is more than enough. Taking a look at another sounding here, we also have a lot of moisture down here at the surface too. You can see our dew line riding right next to our atmospheric temperature profile. So we have a lot of surface moisture, winds out of the south down here, rotating into winds out of the west. You can see we have that possible hazard type PDS TOR, particularly dangerous situation. This means we could definitely have an EF2, EF3 plus tornado, 9.0 effective layer sig TOR param. Again, very, very volatile setup. And then I quickly wanted to cover tomorrow's severe weather threat. As we get into the mid-afternoon, we could see some strong to severe thunderstorms initiating, firing off through portions of Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and northeastern Texas. And these storms, as we push through the evening, are going to continue to push east into areas like southern Missouri, potentially Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, and maybe even Alabama. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video or go live. Again, this is a dangerous severe weather threat today, so make sure if you're in any of these risk zones, you have a way to receive weather alerts. I also have an awesome weather Discord with almost 700 weather enthusiasts in there where you can get live severe weather updates all day, and not just severe weather updates, but all sorts of weather updates. The link to that Discord is in the description right below. It's completely free. It only costs me money. It costs you nothing. Again, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you in the live stream later.